and then, but now I'm going to move up, and I'm going to be all like this. So anywhere either from here or out here will get the maximum.
Yeah.
Okay. But first, we're going to move Mr. Phillips' head back here a little bit. You want another little. Lift your head. Suck into that. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, you can start if you want.
I did.
Oh, okay. Just a second.
Can always edit him later.
Photoshop. Okay, so just to be clear on this transition, so we are just working on the scapula in the back here, hooking and just trying to create a little space of the scapula off of the rib cage and start to stretch the anterior portion here, because my hand is cupping the head of the humerus, and as I go back, I'm starting to stretch the attachment of the pec and pec minor, pec major and pec minor. So I'm going to come up like this and open the arm up and just place it here so the work is in front of me. Pec major, pec minor. So here's all pec major, so I'm going to start by just doing a compressive stroke, so my thumb is coming up under pec major, and as I compress down here, I'm going to roll my thumbs out so I can get that underlying muscle that's tightening towards the center out. So I'm going to inhale, and on the exhale, I'm just going to lean back and roll that pec major out, and do 100 times. 97, 98. It's okay, Bobby? 99. You all understand? Just so it's a pincer grip basically. So you're grabbing the muscles on the top and the bottom, and you're rolling that out. Okay. So the pec major of the two, pec major and pec minor, the pec major is the more superficial. And now we're going to come underneath to get to pec minor. Now the pec minor attaches to the coracoid process here. That's one of the reasons that when it contracts, it pulls the shoulder anteriorly. So pec minor is a good muscle to adjust to get loosening, and like I mentioned before, this is where all three of the yin meridians of the arm, lung, pericardium, and heart start. So pec minor is a good one to do. So to address pec minor, rather than poking around unnecessarily, I'm going to feel for the ribs, and then I'm going to just slide up the ribs, and you're going to bump right into the lateral border of pec minor. So the curve of the rib brings you right to the front door of pec minor. There's no guesswork about it. Is that pressure's okay, Don? Mm-hmm. So you can try to release it by just some nice digital compression, fingertip compression. Or else you can pin the muscle and then stretch the muscle. So you pin the muscle and then stretch the muscle. And to finish off and do a nice stretch of pec minor, I would come down in seiza, and I'm going to use the arm to stretch the pec minor, because like I mentioned, the pec minor has attachments to the coracoid process here, so you're going to take that with you. And you lift the arm straight up and slightly overhead and then back. And you get a really nice stretch pec minor. You feel that stretch there? So again, it's straight up and slightly overhead and then back. And if you're working with someone a little tighter maybe, and this is uncomfortable, or you're working with someone with really big limbs, I would suggest this variation. Place their hand on the back here. Take your forearm and place it just below their hip. Come like this and just lean like this. So easy. It gets powerful stretch here because you're pulling at it from both sides. Very easy. Coming out slow. Okay? Let's just do that much this morning just to get our beaks wet back into working.